and it's time for our community spotlight today. United Way of Logan County and Dave Bizesco. Hello there.
Hey, morning, Angie. How are you today?
Very good. It's good to get an update and find out what's going on in Logan County. And I know you brought a friend. She's actually a friend of mine, too.
Yeah. One of our best friends, Kim Collin from Lutheran Community Services, is with us talking about hunger in Logan County and some special projects that they have going on with Our Daily Bread at this time of year. And really a special time indeed. Kim, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for asking us. I really appreciate it.
You know, it's amazing, Angie. You think about, sometimes we don't know where our next meal is going to come from. And when I say that, it's because I haven't decided what place I'm going to go hit for lunch today, as if I need to figure out where my next meal is coming from. But for some folks, that really is an issue in our community. Hunger does exist in Logan County. What's unbelievable is that each of the last 2 years, United Way funded partners have served over 1 million meals to people in Logan County, over 7,000 unduplicated folks. Kim Collin, your Lutheran Community Services, Our Daily Bread program is one of those partners. And that's incredible to me to think that there's that much hunger or need in our community.
It is amazing. We're just happy we're here to help. We believe that because of United Way and you helping us, I think we've pretty well got hunger under control here in Logan County. I really do.
Well, thankfully, I've never read the story on the Examiner or heard something on Rise FM or on the news elsewhere that someone's starved or died of hunger in Logan County. But the reality is that there are so many people that maybe use dollars that they need to pay bills or get prescription medications or the rent, and then get help with food from one of our food partners. And when you look at that $1 million number, meal number, you're talking about a situation where, okay, divide by 7,000 unduplicated residents, about 180 meals a year per person, and you eat 3 times a day. So that's like 2 months worth. The folks that get the help aren't getting it every day or year round. It's just when it's necessary, right? When times get tough.
Oh, yes. We see different people. We serve 2 meals a day now, Monday through Friday. And those meals, we see different people. Maybe, and when it gets cold, people have to pay their utility bill. So we are a place where, pay the utility bill and then we can help with the food. We see a lot of people and it's all walks of life. And you don't know why they're in need, but chances are maybe it's something like I said, high utility bills, maybe a medical emergency. And, that can wipe out a savings in a heartbeat.
Now, Angie, a couple of years ago on United Way Community Care Day, you and your team from Rise Up Down helped Kim to develop a website.
Yes, it's still there.
BecomeBetterTogether.org, and that is still up and running and updated regularly. And I know from your perspective that, what did you learn when you helped put that website together? What surprised you, perhaps, about the work that's happening there and the need that we have in regards to food?
Well, and that was the thing, was that I had never visited before. I didn't have the need to go in there yet. And I realized, these are real people with real need, and they just needed resources. And so there's so much that they offer. And we went around and took pictures and helped to develop this website, which, of course, Kim has had her team continue on. But yeah, it is a needed ministry or social service group in this community.
It sure is. And so much so that it's growing. I would say, okay, you know where they're at. They're right across the street from the fire station in downtown Bellefontaine. They're right behind the Lutheran Church. They're on West Sandusky, formal address 223 Oakland Square. But Kim, not for long, because we've already broken ground on a new facility just a couple blocks west of there. It'll be the first big development in the west end of town in years. Talk a little bit about your huge project.
Wow, 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 wow. That's all I can say. I haven't stopped smiling since we broke ground back in September. This project, I think we're farther into the area of need of Logan County, of Bellefontaine. We will have a larger facility for the thrift store. That way, we can offer furniture. What we can do is we'll have the facility to be able to sterilize and clean up the furniture. Then we can start selling it. We do have a lot of people that say, I've got a mattress, I just want a new one. Well, we can't take it now. In a few months, we will be able to take it, and that will help with our daily bread. Our daily bread will be able to serve, well, we'll have enough tables, probably about 33% more tables. It will make it a little bit easier, of course, state of the art. We're going to be able to offer milk bread eggs, because if you think about the area that we're going to, there is no place, if you're walking only, there's no place to get just bread, eggs, milk, and we will be offering that. Hopefully, as far as we know, we'll have a social service agency in there with us also, which will help, again, when you don't have a car, or when you're hitching a ride from somebody. One stop is a lot better than 2 or 3 or 4. So it's amazing. I can't wait. It's just great.
And she gets a window.
9 years.
Oh boy.
To get this far. Yeah.
9 years of planning, but the capital campaign is on. You're on your way to what, a $1.6 million goal, and opportunity to, again, move into that food desert in the west end of town. End up in a situation where you can expand services. There is no furniture bank right now in Logan County. So that's going to be a need that will be served. And you think too about, like you said, unifying another social service entity, Bridges Community Action, who's one of our bigger providers for help, is particular when it comes to utility assistance in the community. That's going to be great having them back in Bellefontaine. Their office is currently out in Lakeview. And I think, one of the things you think about too, that thrift store, which is available for anybody to just go see, check out some deals and bargains. That's a primary funding source for our daily bread. United
Correct.
Way does help. We're at $40,000 with the capital campaign. That's the largest one-time gift we've ever awarded.
And thank you. Thank you.
And so the new food pantry that's being built will have the United Way name on it. We bought the naming rights, and that's what we did. And then you think about some of the things too that you go with that. Again, the annual support that United Way has for our daily bread to service those folks also includes the Christmas basket program.
Oh yes.
Is it's hard to believe. I when this airs, I'm not going to say we have X number of days till Christmas, Angie, the shopping days you have left. But some folks are in situations where Christmas would be pretty bare and minimum if it weren't for the help of the folks at Lutheran Community Services and the coordination to get adopt a family and all that together takes time. So the deadline to apply for Christmas help is right around the corner. And Kim, the other thing to think about is, this is one of the most magical programs of the year. So many people, so many corporate partners love to adopt families. Talk about how they can go about doing that.
Well, our application deadline is November 11th. I know that sounds early for Christmas, but we usually have 500 applications, and trying to buy 500 hams, 500 this, it takes a little bit. What we do is we sort of tailor. If somebody wants to adopt a family, they might want to adopt only the kids for gifts. They might want to give food. They might want to say, hey, find me a grandparent that has custody of their kids. We tailor make whatever you, the individual that's giving, would like to do. A lot of people, or I shouldn't say a lot, most people that adopt say, here, I want to keep it anonymous, and then they bring it here and we distribute on our regular days. And we also have those, excuse me, those, what do I want to say, groups that say, hey, we want to share our joy with other people, and they can take it to the individual themselves. It's very tailor-made. You tell me what you're looking for. If you want to look through our book of individuals, you can look through there. Maybe there's somebody that just speaks to you like, oh, I got to have this family. it's a wonderful thing to see it come together. We start usually in July looking for, places for deals for the food. Um, what's in our food box is more than just a holiday meal. Last year, we had like $75 worth of food. There's ham, there's um, peanut butter, there's spaghetti sauce, there's macaroni and cheese. So you've got more than just a meal for the holidays. You have a lot extra. And to qualify, you'd be surprised, you get 200% of poverty on a family. So a lot of people that are working can apply and really take advantage of it. A lot of times you look at, you're working hard, you're really doing well, and then you think, oh, Christmas, it's just another bill. So we sort of try to make it a little bit easier for Christmas. Last year, we had enough people that gave to gifts only. Every child got about $100 worth of toys, gifts, things like that, which is a great accomplishment. And we also give to those seniors. We give them a little gift bag. If you're by yourself at Christmas, I don't care how old you are, you need something. So we give a little gift bag. It has pens and paper and puzzle books, a little bit of everything.
Awesome. Good stuff. And a lot going on, as you can imagine there, Angie, every day at our Daily Bread, hence the name, but also especially the upcoming season with the Christmas time and of course, their capital campaign ongoing as they get set to watch that. We'll be watching that build all through the winter and into the spring. I guess next summer is when we can expect to move if all things go as planned, right?
Yep. So if supply chain works with us, we're going to be in there as summer next year. Let's hope it continues well.
Awesome.
It's I don't know. I can't even express the words that, wow, our community's coming behind us. We're getting it. We're going to have a facility that, you talked about the food pantry. Right now, somebody walks in our door, they want food. They stand at the counter and they wait for somebody to come give them a box of food. Well, with the new facility, what we're going to be able to do is say, hey, here's the food pantry. You go in and you pick what you want. It's a little bit, it would give you a lot better feeling than standing around waiting on a box.
Yeah,
they pick their own stuff.
A little more dignity to that. It'll be like going to the store and they'll be getting what they want and what they'll use instead of just what someone hands out, right?
Very much so. And, why would I want to give somebody a can of spinach that they're not going to use? My family wouldn't use spinach, but your family might. So they'll be able to go in there and just feel like they're shopping, like at Kroger or Aldi's. And we're also going to be offering meat also. Ours isn't just canned goods and things like that. We also offer hygiene items. We offer meat products, and then of course the eggs.
Yeah, that'll be a good addition, no question about that.
I can hardly wait. We've also laid out the designer of the building. If nothing else, we realized when COVID hit, things change, So what we made is our eat-in area is a lot bigger, so that if we have problems with social distancing, we can do that. And also what we had in mind was, if we can expand, we own that whole area there. If we need to expand, we can expand without having to shut down. It's going to be nice and easy to add if we need to. It's like one of those double-edged swords. You hate to think that there's that much need and we need to expand, but you got to be realistic and know that we're here to help.
I don't know about you, Dave.
Absolutely.
She sounds pretty darned excited.
Yeah. Kim's excited.
Well, I'm glad
That's
that you're
stuff.
getting that. It's, you can do better service to the community when you have the proper tools. And that's, you guys have been here a long time, and I'm so glad for you.
Yeah, thank you. The thrift store has been here since 1964 and our Daily Bread since 1990. So we have a little bit of experience behind us. We think we've been tried and true, and this is just going to make it a little bit better, I think, for everybody.
Fantastic. And Dave, thanks for all you do to support them.
Yeah,
Oh,
no doubt.
yes, definitely.
Well, Kim, thanks for
Angie.
joining us today. I really appreciate that. You can choose to hang out, or you can go whatever you choose to do. I want to find out from Dave about what's going on with the United Way campaign.
Oh, I
Yeah.
got to stay around for that.
Okay. Well, first, Angie, all this talk about food makes me hungry thinking about lunch. Remember a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about our new Lunch Buddy mentoring program that we were hoping to get started. That launched here this past month. We had, you wouldn't believe this, over 100 volunteers sign up to be mentors in our pilot
Wow.
program at Bell Fountain Intermediate School.
Fantastic.
The idea being that you would pair up with a third grader to be a lunch buddy over the course of the school year. So we had our first couple sessions with it. You get to it once a month, that's all we're asking. And the idea, to build a relationship with a child that could use another adult role model in their life and in their family. And the idea being that it extends the opportunity for a volunteer to have and to build a meaningful relationship with a child, but in a safe and structured environment. It all happens within the confines of school and during the lunch period. So you go in there and eat lunch with a child and just have a conversation. And the studies show in other communities where something like this exists that school attendance, self-esteem, grades, all that stuff tends to go up. And boy, the first couple of days, you listen to some of the chatter that was going on around the tables and the smiling faces and the laughing that was happening. You could tell that that was already beginning to occur in terms of the rapport between the child and the mentor. And we'll see just where that leads through the course of the year. Our goal is to expand that throughout to some other schools in the county and to get more areas involved here and maybe more people.
Do you have all of those kids covered? You had 100
Yeah.
volunteers.
Yeah, in fact, I think we overwhelmed the school with the number of volunteers that we had.
Darn.
We did have a couple interesting situations. They approached us about a week prior as we were matching up and starting to get the volunteers paired with the kids. And the question came out, we got 4 kids who are here. English as a second language is the thing for them. So they primarily speak Spanish. Do you have anyone who speaks Spanish? Melody put the all call out. And within an hour, we had all 4 kids covered with someone who speaks Spanish who could then be paired with one of those Spanish-speaking students.
Very
so that
cool.
was really a cool thing to see. So that's cool. And then, of course, the United Way campaign is in mid-season form. As of this morning, $555,421 has been pledged toward our $1.1 million goal. I would say that 7 of our top 10 campaign accounts have either run or are in, but there are a preponderance of workplaces that have yet to run. I've got a number of workplaces, the big ones that go next week. So the next couple of weeks will be big as we get closer to Thanksgiving. We've got a couple of events that take place as well, which we'll talk about next month, perhaps, Angie. And we've got the online auction among those, but all sorts of ways to give back to United Way. The primary way at work. So if you work in a workplace that does a United Way campaign, please do consider your generous gift by way of payroll deduction. If you're self-employed or you work somewhere where that is not an option, you can always go online and do it at uwlogan.org and make your one-time or monthly gift by way of credit card. That's uwlogan.org. Your gift supports the programming like we've heard about already at Our Daily Bread, as well as that at 27 other partner agencies, 46 programs covered by United Way, all in the areas of health, education, and financial stability, serving over 13,000 people here in Logan County.
Fantastic. Well, good. I'm looking forward to seeing how it progresses over the next month and then into the holiday season. And finally in January, we find out the big number, right?
You bet. And the big number needs to be there because, Kim, you and your agency partners, the 47% increase in asks here for 2023.
Wow.
The agency requests are in, yeah. And that's ginormous. Last year, the increase was a 21% increase over what we'd given the year before, but whopping 47% increase from our agency partners. And there's very little in the way of new programming. on the
Wow.
list. It's existing programming that needs more support
Yeah.
here in our community. Yeah.
Sounds like it's time to do another one of those community-wide surveys to find out what's going on with
The
everybody.
needs assessment. Well, guess what, Angie? We're working on it.
Oh, good.
In partnership with Mary Rutan Hospital, the Community Health and Wellness Partners, the Logan County Health District, and the Mental Health, Drug, and Alcohol Services Board, United Way is at the table. A new community needs assessment is actually being planned behind the scenes. It'll roll out either later this fall or early in 2023. But you're right, it is time to do
Yeah.
another community needs assessment, and that's about ready to happen. So,
All right. Well, fantastic. Thanks, you guys, for the update and all that's going on. Looking forward to seeing how this all progresses over the next several months.
Angie, thanks for your time.
All right. We'll see
Thank
ya.
you.
You're welcome. See ya.